No oil crisis, just price disruption. This was how the government brushed off concerns that the country may be facing an unprecedented fuel emergency amid rising costs. But President Marcos does want a crisis committee created to address the current situation. Mobile journalist Merimon Reyes has tonight's big story.
President Bongbong Marcos is moving to immediately enforce the bill passed by Congress last week to temporarily suspend or cut oil excise taxes. That to somewhat ease pump prices that are continuously skyrocketing week after week. The transport sector, now the most affected by successive double-digit fuel price hikes, has been calling for such suspension even before diesel prices reached the 100 peso per liter mark. But according to the palace, Mr. Marcos is still awaiting the formal transmittal of this measure so he could finally sign it.
The only reason that he could not do it because the bill has not been reached the president as of now. I am not so sure right now, but this is the words, that came from the president. He wants this emergency power to be given to him in order to at least lessen the impact of the crisis in the Middle East.
Under the 2017 Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion or TRAIN law, gasoline is taxed 10 pesos per liter and diesel 6 pesos per liter. This on top of the 12% value-added tax on fuel purchases. On Tuesday, March 24, fuel prices will increase one more time, almost a month since the war between Iran and the joint forces of the United States and Israel broke out. Diesel is more expensive again by nearly 12 pesos per liter, gasoline by almost 7 pesos, and kerosene almost 14 pesos per liter according to the Energy Department. The adjustments will send diesel prices on average to 116 pesos per liter and in several gasoline stations over 120 pesos plus, while gasoline will be at 88 pesos per liter and that's the low end. This latest increase has not yet factored in Monday's development, which saw oil prices rising anew after US President Donald Trump gave Iran a 48-hour ultimatum. That's to open the Strait of Hormuz or face decimation of its energy infrastructure. Iran responded with its own threat, indicating that the war would continue for several more weeks. Despite the situation, Malacanang insisted that there is no oil crisis in the Philippines so far. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro also stressed that the government is not downplaying the situation.
Ang sabi po kasi ni Secretary Sharon, may dalawang klase po ng krisis, sa supply at sa presyo. So ngayon po, kung pag-uusapan po natin ang supply, ay wala po tayong sasabihing krisis pagdating sa supply. Maybe meron pong price disruption dahil nga po sa nangyayaring oil crisis sa Middle East.
Castro, however, said that President Marcos had already ordered the formation of a crisis committee. While details are still being finalized, the body will focus on ensuring fuel supply stability and addressing the needs of Filipinos, particularly in basic goods. Over the weekend, the DOE authorized the importation of higher emission Euro 2 petroleum products for the transport, industrial, marine, and shipping sectors. This will ensure additional supply for the said sectors. But the move has received criticisms from both motorists and oil companies, with both saying it will only lead to more cost over benefits.
Dapat maglagay ka ng isa pang tangke na dedicated for Euro 2, which medyo hindi ganun kadali, no? Medyo malaki yung cost din yan. At saka pangalawa, meron ding space requirement, so it would mean na talagang it can cause inconvenience dun sa station.
In his weekly vlog, President Marcos highlighted government efforts amid the ongoing world oil crisis. From the ongoing cash aid and fuel subsidies for transport workers, the price monitoring of essential goods, and initiatives to boost power and oil supply. But more than that, the chief executive for the first time this crisis called on Filipinos to demonstrate bayanihan or community spirit as global uncertainties persist.
Ngayon ang panahon para magtulungan. Ngayon ang panahon para maipakita natin sa buong mundo ang katangian ng bayanihan na nasa puso ng bawat Pilipino. Bawat isa sa atin ay may magagawa namang paraan para makatulong. Pagtitipid man, magtulong sa kapwa, o kahit sa pamamahagi ng tamang impormasyon at hindi pagkakalat ng fake news. Lahat tayo ay kailangan magtulungan.
Kapatid Mobile journalist Merimon Reyes, we are One News.